Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is as usual, it's gonna be the free-to-play guide for this Esper affairs trials. Okay, so we come to the challenge here. As usual, we have the buff here, right? So for this time, I'm going to get the support Esper here, R6 Alice. Okay, then here you are going to aim for Inferno ally increased attack, because the main DPS for this trial will be Inferno Esper. So we come here, we get Alice, and then okay, now we have the Inferno, then we go in. Okay, so if you don't have R2 Embla, pick R2 Embla from here. But if you already have R2 Embla, maybe you can go for speed, or maybe you can go for everyone resonant +1, up to you. Alright, but for this time it's a free to play guide, so I'm just going to get the R2 Embla support Esper. Alright, so for this video I'll be making two teams. One is a very pure RNG team that you need to manual, but it doesn't require any other legendary Esper. Okay, that is pure free to play and then pure RNG. It's a very RNG phase. It depends on how good is your RNG. And then there's a second team, is if you follow my previous like Esper recommendation guide, then maybe you have the Esper as well. Okay, these two is a free to play guide. So the first guide, the first team I'm going to go through now, you're gonna use Embla, you're gonna need Alice, and then you're gonna need another two epic Esper. One is Ira. You're gonna need Ira. If I try to make your Ira level 60 just for more tankier, but it doesn't matter a lot as well, because you mainly just need Ira for the AP down and also the S2 effect. Okay, I'll explain later. And then you're gonna need Elaine. If you don't have Elaine, you can use like Celine or other sleep Esper like Stewart as well, but they are not gonna be, you can also use Hilda, but they are not gonna be as consistent as Elaine, because Elaine is multi-hit and every hit is able to provide some sleep as well. Like this one 5 times, each hit have a chance to inflict sleep, so this is a 5 chance here, so it's a lot more better RNG compared with other sleep Esper. Alright, so Elaine here is going with wind set and recurve set. So you will notice that Elaine doesn't have any DPS, right? Because the main idea for this team is you don't even want Elaine to DPS, you only want Embla to deal the DPS. Then Ira here is to try to AP down the boss, trying to speed down the boss, and then you're gonna manual the battle to use her S2 to put this bracing mod watch on the Esper, such as mainly you want to put it on Baize, which is Yuran, or maybe you want to put it on Elaine. So you will see later in the showcase that you will see I keep checking their cooldown very often. And then you can also reduce the ability cooldown of the ally by -1/3. That's why you need to manual it, because sometimes like Elaine left one turn left, then you're gonna need to put the S2 on Elaine just to make her CD totally off. Alright, then for Embla, you're going with relief set and crit rate set. This one is the support Embla. Then this one is the support Alice, which is going for wind set and Avatara set. Then this one is the trial Yuran, they ran for us. This one is the wind set and accuracy set. You want to keep making the boss sleep. And then for Elaine, it's going for wind set and accuracy set as well. Then the main idea here you also need is you don't want to cast your S2 and S3 that often when it is going to reach EX++, because the boss will be like very fast. It's gonna be crazy fast, and then you're gonna rely on your S2 and S3 sleep because it's more consistent. There's like 5 hit here, 5 chance, but your S1 is only 1 chance because it's 1 hit. So it's very RNG. If you sleep, then maybe you win, but if you don't sleep, then maybe your whole team just died because the boss is just gonna AoE your team, right? Alright, so let's take a look at the showcase. Okay, so this is the video recording of the moment I use this team to clear the boss, but this one is fully manual and it is very RNG based, so you might need to do it a few more times. So let's take a look. So here I cast S3 first to make the speed down debuff on the boss, and then you just set up everything. You put your buff, you do as many damage as possible, and then Embla S3 to put the seed. Then when you have the seed already, then you just keep casting S1 to deal more damage and make Embla assist as well because of the relief set. Then for Ira S2, you can either choose to put on Elaine or Yuran, but I put on Yuran first because at the beginning here I don't need Elaine to move that often, because I only need Elaine at the back, like when the boss is like at EX stage or EX plus stage, then the boss will be fast, then you're gonna need to pump Elaine. But for now I pump Yuran is because I want Yuran to get more turn, so Yuran is able to buff my team with the crit damage buff and the attack up buff as well. Because Yuran is also a buffer. Okay, now here you don't cast S2, you just want to cast S1 to apply the seed. Right, so you have to manual, you don't want to cast S2. And you can see here I keep using Ira to reduce the cooldown of Yuran. So Yuran can take more turns and deal more sleep chance and buff to the team as well. But after that you will see I keep buffing Elaine, because at the back of the turn I starting to need Elaine's sleep to be more consistent. Okay, for now I will see I just keep casting Elaine's skill just to proc and blast seed as fast as possible. Alright, then let me fast forward a bit, because everything here will be the same, but when you come at the stage of here, when you come to EX stage, the boss will be very fast now. Okay, so the boss is very fast now, so the boss is now awake, right? Then you want to maintain the boss sleep, so you're gonna need Elaine's S3, because it's have a higher chance to make the boss sleep. Because sometimes I did this testing a lot time already. Sometimes even Baize's S3 feel the sleep on the boss, but Elaine's one is a lot more consistent. Okay, then now you'll see I start checking on their CD. So just now here, Elaine S3 is on cooldown, but Baize here doesn't have any skill on cooldown, so I'm not going to put S2 on Baize, I'm just going to put it on Elaine. Then the boss is awake already, then I use Elaine to sleep the boss again. So the main idea here is just to keep making the boss sleep. Don't let the boss take a turn. The moment the boss take a turn, most probably you already lose. Okay, then you just pray and blah assist more often. Okay, then to apply more corrupted seed, then Embla just keep DPS. Then the boss will go even more fast when you go EX plus. So you see I checked their skill, then I decided to put on Yuran, because Yuran here have a lower have more CD that needed. So you can see here Elaine doesn't need a CD because Elaine have the S3 on, so which is good, but Yuran here doesn't have the S3, so I decided to put S2 on Yuran, so Yuran S3 can be ready later. So I cast S1 again just to put a seed, and then at S1 on the boss. Now Elaine have the S3, so Elaine can sleep the boss. So you need to keep rotating the skill. You need to keep note on Elaine's sleep skill to make sure you can always make the boss sleep. Okay, now it's EX plus, then I just need a few more damage to make it to EX plus. But now the boss is like so fast now, and lucky just now the Elaine here make it sleep. Okay, as usual, but here I cast S2 because the boss still have the seed, so I cast S2 to deal more damage. Then here I check again, Elaine have 2 skill that is on cooldown, which is only 1 turn. So I instantly give Elaine, then Elaine can instantly cast S3 later without waiting for another turn. Okay, very lucky, my Embla still survive. This is the support Embla, alright, so if I survive here, most probably maybe your side also survive. But because of just my RNG is back just now, but now I have Elaine's S3, so I make the boss sleep again. So it's very important to maintain Elaine's S3 and S2 to rotate. And this Elaine is not skill up as well. This Elaine is just normal Elaine, and not necessary to be that high reso as well, because Elaine here is just a sleep machine. right? Then you just keep on repeat the rest of the thing, then it already reached EX++. But this one is fully manual because you need to know when to cool down them or who to buff with the IRAS buff. Then the moment the boss take a turn, then my whole team die. Right, so the most DPS here is from Embla, then Alice is the assist support, Yura is the sleep, and assist support, Elaine is the just to make them sleep, and then the Ira is here just to AP down, and the S2. Alright, now let's take a look at the other team. Okay, then for the team 2, as usual, you're gonna need the support Embla, you're gonna need the support Alice from the free one, and then if you've watched my previous video or other Esper recommendation video, at least I assume you're gonna get a function R0, right? Because he's so good to skip him. It's just too good to you for you to actually skip him. So I assume you have at least an R0 function, and then you're gonna need an SNF for your team for your 5th slot. Okay, so function here as what he's gonna do, he's gonna support your whole team, and then this is a R0, so it's not gonna AP push, but he's gonna provide a lot of buff and also make your team able to lifesteal survivability. And then it's a very good pair with Embla, so it's gonna keep proccing his Embla seed. Then Alice and Yuran is gonna do the same thing, which is assist bot and sleep bot. But now here I'm gonna put an SNF here, because since I'm not going to make the boss keep sleeping. It is what it is with the Yuran sleep, but I'm trying to tank the boss damage and then deal as many damage as possible at the same time. So function here is able to provide the absorb buff, right? So absorb buff here, and then SNF here is going to provide the damage taken reduced. So when the Lotus mark is on the teammate, damage taken is reduced by 50%. So your whole team here is going to increase the survivability by a lot, and so it's not going to die that easily. And then function is going for win set and HP set. You just want him to be fast to rotate the S3 and then punch with some decent damage. Then for Embla is going for relief set and crit rate set. Then for Alice is going for win set and Avatara set. Then for Yuran is win set and what's this called again? Recurve set. Then for SNF is going for Ocean Wave and Hold Fast set to increase the overall defense of the team. Alright, so let's take a look at the outcome. So this one here is fully auto, so I won't be like guiding through the whole thing for the manual, but you can roughly see how it goes. So even though my first S3 I failed to sleep the boss, but it's fine. I just keep setting up my buff now, and then SNF is going to AP push everyone and apply this Lotus mark. So your whole team will be so tanky, and then they'll survive the damage from the boss. Okay, so you can see here, even though I failed to sleep the boss, right, because my Yuran failed, but because of the damage reduced, my whole team barely reduced any HP at all. Then you just keep on repeating to make Embla seed proc for the boss. Alright, I'll put the whole showcase run here, but that's all I will be talking at the part here. Okay, so you can see, even when the boss is at EX plus score, the boss is not even able to one-shot my team, is because I have the Lotus Mark. But now I didn't have the Lotus Mark already, because Asana Lotus Mark already gone. Then Empla died because without the Lotus Mark. But we already hit what we need, which is just the minimum requirement is the EX++. This one is fully auto as well, right? But if you are someone who is trying to hit the high score, like the highest score one, you can wait for my pay to win team showcase. But this one is just for purely free to play, right? So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what team did you pass just to hit the EX++. If your team is like pretty free to play, feel free to comment down to share your team for others who are trying to pass EX++ only as well. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.